Today I'm going to show you guys how I incorporate sound design in my metal music. This extends to traditional metal, metalcore, argent metal, whatever your flavor. It's really
A good way to spice up any of those genres.
what kind of different sound effects do we use for this? Really comes down to some main categories like impacts, whooshes, sub drops, downers, risers, snare bombs, some practical effects, glitches, kind of an entire miscellaneous category of just random artifacts and ear candy. I've used ambient nature sounds. I've used random objects laying around, my own voice, gunshots, explosions, camera shutters, like the list really goes on. You can pretty much use anything. Let's check out a track I wrote, and when we come back, I'll break all those specific ones down for you and tell you a little bit about why I use them. Note that all the green and the purple tracks in the timeline are sound effects. So that was the track. As you can see, it has quite a few tracks of different sound design that I use for this. Let's just go ahead and dive right on in and check out some of the sound effects soloed here. So see, to start off, this is really written for like basically like a Mick Gorin type doom track. So to start it off, I brought in some like crowds kind of screaming, just to add some kind of almost like horror effect, but kind of put you in that doomish kind of mindset. Just some literal screams. Then we have a little bit of a snare reverse into a sub boom here. If you're on AirPods or iPhone, you might not hear that. And then just some like random strings here for texture. It's not really music, it's kind of atonal. Just enough to like set a vibe. And then you got some just kind of high ticks. And then you get some risers into impacts. And I think there's even another layer down here too. So it makes these impacts much bigger. It's like if we took these out, you should feel it pretty immediately. There's just, it's just kind of lifeless. Like it sounds ridiculous without it. So then we add the flavor back in. And you can use anything for these. Like some of these, I might have some, you know, shotgun blast, some cannon blast at some points. Like it kind of all varies. So it's all over the place in terms of what you can use. More risers down here. More sub booms, trailer hits, things like that to really just kind of pick it up. This here, some gunfire, I believe, into some stuttering effects. So when you put it in context, you'll hear it right here. Pretty cool. And then down here, like when we get to this kind of chiller section, I have these drones that I created from a VST and a synth. Little glitchy effect. Just adds a nice flavor when you put it all in context. You don't realize how much the heavy lifting it does until you take it out. It really creates that world, that atmosphere to it for these type of tracks, especially more of like the video game kind of style, argentmetal. Big booms. I think we have some more kind of droney stuff coming up here. Like another ghastly scream. Some distorted distant harmonics. Just like really random stuff. Just to give a little bit of ear candy. There's another like ghost scream over here. Let's try this section. Big snare bomb for that spot that comes in. That's a lot when we take it out. Just not the same. Here's two cannon shots that I kind of did a little alternating. I think they're panned. Yeah, interesting, like cannon plasma, I think. Yeah, just these little one shots, and then you add the rest of it in. Some high ticky rhythms. So yeah, hope that was helpful. Seeing that all kind of broken down and in and out of context of the mix. Drop a like, and we'll see you on the next one.